Hello, citizens of the Reject Nation. We are Reject of the Nation. All right, guys, you got the DC Comic Con, or the Warner Brothers one going on right now. Johnny Boy's with us. Goose is with us today.
Right.
Or Rooster, a comic book movie aficionado friend over here. A Gordon. Guys, we are going to watch the trailer today for Shazam, Fury of the Gods. What I really appreciate right now is if you could leave a like. Shazam that like button. Also, subscribe and click the notification bell that we can get notified whatever else we are covering for the rest of Comic-Con today. Also wanted to give a quick mention today that we have recently partnered up with Heavy Spoilers and Screen Crush for a one-stop nerd shop called Zero Edition, where you can get all of our high-quality apparel. We got plenty of Reject-inspired apparel to represent your pride as a citizen of the Reject Nation. We're currently working with our artists on even more designs right now. And right now we got several Stranger Things-inspired designs, and recently we did 1 meets 1 equals 1. Anyway, guys, you can go support us by checking out shopzeroedition.com. Anywho, let's get into this. Boys, thank you for helping me out with those talking points. Let's get to it.
I'm an idiot.
It's showtime!
I don't deserve these powers. if I'm
Another
being
Eminem
honest.
song.
Like, what am I even contributing? Whoa! Ow! There's already a superhero with a red suit with a lightning bolt on it. Aquaman is literally huge and he's so manly. And Batman is so cool. And I'm just me.
Wow.
Nice.
I feel like a fraud. It doesn't matter. Anyway, the wizard gave me superpowers. And then everybody got superpowers. Where's everyone going?
Shazamily.
To fight crime?
Okay.
But now everyone's kind of like doing their own thing, and I'm the only one trying to keep it together.
You understand I'm a pediatrician, right?
Come on!
Now let's get down to
Business.
Listen to me, Billy. The fate of your world depends on it.
play around. What is this?
The daughters of Atlas are coming for you.
Oh, yeah. Go.
Children stole the power of all the gods. This is very personal, Billy.
Look, I might not have as much experience as you, because I'm not super old like you. But I've seen all the Fast and the Furious movies, lady. It's all
Meta.
about
That was Jason Statham.
family! Guys, that was a signal!
Did I not just pitch a short idea? Did I not just pitch it?
Did just now. Cool. All together.
Your world will not survive this.
I don't know how we fight powers like this.
Mirren. Holy crap.
I think I know how to fix this dude, but I really don't.
Billy, everyone can be worthy. Let's give it a chance. Now go fight for your family. Go fight for the world.
In the world right now.
Yeah. I just threw a truck at a dragon. I love my life.
That looks like a blast.
That looks so fun.
What was the Eminem song in the first trailer? The first movie. Because they did an Eminem song and now they're doing,
Oh, man.
yeah, now they're doing this one.
It's going to drive me crazy now.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of, upgrade from first movie to a sequel, there's such a nice visual quality aesthetic upgrade. I do like that it is exploring more of the god elements. You got Hespera, you got Calypso. Something tells me that, it looks like they're trying to pitch Helen Mirren as the main villain, but I got more under the impression that because we barely saw Lucy Liu, that she's probably going to be more of the main villain this time around, and I like the setup that you have here for Billy. Kind of has like this imposter syndrome. I just want to point out, I was kind of shocked that they showed us Ben Affleck's Batman in this trailer.
I know.
I
The
thought-
Snyderverse
I know
is
that
still
he's,
alive.
I know he's gonna be showing up in the Flash movie, but I really felt like DC's been at a point of we still want you to not think about that anymore. We don't want you to think about that. I'm like, oh, you just showed us it front and center in this trailer. I know he's gonna be coming back up, but I was really taken aback by that. But I like the anyway. Back to the actual movie itself. I do like where they're setting up with Billy, even feeling like he might not even belong with his family right now. Such a strong part of him finding family in the first movie, and now it's like he might feel like he's not even needed with his family as he's coming into, like, how old is Billy going to be in this movie? Is he an adult yet?
I was thinking that the same thing. Him and Jack Dylan Grazer and like all the young people are gonna look so much older now. But
Yeah. What'd you think, Johnny?
I was really dazzled by this. Like, I'm really looking forward to this a lot. But yeah, just the way this looks like it's building upon the first movie, both in terms of David F. Sandberg's just vision for it, looks way more dazzling and realized. And for the DCEU, what I love about this is that it does incorporate that sort of godly gravitas, and they're dealing with, Greek gods again, like we just saw in Thor: Love and Thunder. And I love that this feels a bit different. Like, yeah, it has the color and it has the life and the fun, but it also looks like it's going to utilize the DC universe's particular flavor for more menacing and more awe-inspiring gods and mythology. And I love the kind of blend that we see of that here.
I was such a huge fan of the first film, so I'm glad that David F. Sandberg is, he's bringing back the comedy, of course. I think for me, just from this trailer, the action looks so much more grand than what we got. It's just a teaser trailer, but what we got from the first film, this feels a lot, like I said, a lot more grand and epic just in scope, what we've seen so far. I really like that they're tying again back to the themes of the first film, this family, and I love also too how it's starting to get really meta too when he was with Helen
Really
Mirren's
meta.
really meta, like family, and then talking about Fast and Furious. I thought that was hysterical. This looks like David F. Sandberg's really up in the ante in terms of comedy and action, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then seeing the two characters of Hespera and Calypso, that looks really cool. They look like they're again, slight tease, but gonna be interesting to see, like, in terms of the whole Shazamly, as you mentioned earlier. Gonna be formidable foes that they're gonna be facing off with. Also, too, they mentioned in the trailer that they are the daughters of Atlas. And fun little fact that I'm sure most of you already know, the acronym for Shazam, one of the letters and one of the words in there is actually Atlas.
And the first one is shithead.
Exactly.
No, they're all gods. Yeah. The first one seemed like it was kind of leaning into some horror aspects. I doubt Savannah's going to return in this. God, I'm blanking on the caterpillar at the end. What was the name of that caterpillar? I'm blanking on the name.
Mr. Mind.
Mr. Mind. Got no hint of him at all here. I'm like, are they just going to drop that?
There'll be another tease at the end of this movie.
Yeah, they just cut back to Mr. Mind and him at the very end. But it also seems like they're setting up for some type of special DC cameo. I'm opting for Wonder Woman to appear in this film. Out of all the cameos, I feel like because of the gods and stuff, Wonder Woman seems like the one that would appear in this film if they were to get a DC cameo.
But only from the neck down, we will see.
Yeah, and it won't be problematic for anyone. We don't really see Freddy in this trailer. We got the Rachel Ziegler character. We didn't get much of her, so there's more to unpack with this film. As far as what we got so far, I'm excited for it. This looks great. This looks like a really solid sequel follow-up, man. I love it.
It looks like the sequel we should have gotten for Big 2.
And I imagine that the parents, one of them, they got to find out. Like, it seems like we're going to get more Mary in the Shazamly now. It seems to have an emphasis on her. And I imagine that the parents will... They got to find out about at least one of these kids, right?
Give them powers.
Give the parents
the
powers.
whole family.
Oh, yeah, and Jimon Hansu as the wizard is definitely getting way more involved this time around. It looks like there's some type of personal connection or vendetta that's between Hespera and Calypso in this film. So, yeah, got a lot to unpack here. What are you doing?
I understood that reference.
Dude. Just like Fast and Furious 7 with Jimon Hansu.
There's other stuff coming up, and we've talked for 15 minutes. We got to get this done. All right. Thank you guys for being here. Subscribe, click that bell, leave a like.
ShopZeroEdition.com. Check out the shirts.
Let's go.